Hi Aquarius. So just rock with me for a minute. I got this song that I think is really appropriate for you guys this month. I'm really feeling your vibes. So I'm gonna shuffle, let's let the song rock for a minute, and then we'll get right into your reading, alright? Let's go.
Love a woman like she. Only a genius could love a woman like she. I'm a genius could love a woman like you.
Alright, Aquarius, welcome back. I just wanted to let that song play this month. I feel like I've been really like getting in touch with the sign's energy through music a lot, right? I'm walking through the street listening to my music, and then a song comes on, and like, that's Aquarius energy this month, right? So that song was called Genius. It's by this group LSD. It's really good, and I think that when I heard it, immediately I thought of you guys. Because I think that, you know, obviously you guys are the geniuses of the zodiac, right? But I feel like especially in September, we're looking at you guys being super sharp, right? I'm just feeling like right now Aquarius is in such a manifesting place where you know how in the song she says, only a genius will love a woman like me? Like, that's what I'm feeling for you guys, right? Like, it's smart to be on your team right now. It's like, you guys have so much to offer, so much you're bringing into reality this month, right? Your minds are sharp, like you've been through it, like all your experiences, all your hardships, all your struggles, all your ups and downs. And I think in September, we're gonna start to see the beginning of things coming to a head and things coming to fruition, right? So this month, what I'm doing, traditionally in tarot readings, we would use what's called a significator card, right? And the significator card is used to represent the queer in the reading, kind of represent your energy, put you in the reading, right? Typically, you don't use it. It's kind of like a very old school way to do it. But this month, I did it with a couple of signs, and I really liked the way it was going. So I'm going to keep doing it, right? And of course, you guys are represented by the star. The geniuses, right? The brilliance, the power, the power of the imagination, the power of being grounded between a world of possibilities and like feet on the ground reality, right? Truth of like the lived experience of everyday life, and then like having your head in the clouds in a way. But the thing about Aquarius is that you guys are grounded. You see how the water bearer, she kind of has the water going on the ground and then in the water. It's kind of representing this balance between like spirit and body, and the physical world and the spiritual world. Some other signs like Geminis, right, we can sometimes get a little lost in the clouds, but not you guys, right? So for this month, I really think that we're going to be looking at like what you guys are bringing into being, like the things you've been working on, the things that you've been working towards, the dreams, the goals you've been having. I feel like now, after post-eclipse season, when we have all these planets going direct now, right? Especially, I think Mars, this is the catch, I think, right? Mars is direct now, and it's in Capricorn because it's still in its shadow. But now it's going to be going back into Aquarius, where it started when it was in retrograde, right? And what that Mars energy does when it moves into your sign, I think it's going to be supercharging you guys, empowering you up to get things done and to make things happen, right? So what we're going to do here real quick, since I haven't talked to you guys in a couple months, we're going to go and take a look at what has been happening throughout the summer months, and then we'll go ahead and see what you have to look forward to in September, right? So one note about retrogrades, because I've talked about it a lot with people in my life, and someone asked me the other day what it actually means, and I didn't realize that people didn't really know what it means. So basically, from our vantage point on Earth, when a planet goes retrograde, it appears to us like it moves backwards, right? It doesn't actually move backwards, scientifically speaking, but from our vantage point on Earth, it looks like it moves backwards. And what happens is during those periods, it's a time of whatever energy that planet has, kind of being reflective, kind of going inward, kind of stalling, kind of resting a little bit, right? So right now, Mars is in its shadow period, and its shadow period is basically the space between where it was when it went retrograde and where it is now, right? So it moved backwards from Aquarius into Capricorn, and now that it's direct, it's going from Capricorn back into where it was in Aquarius, where it started retrograde, right? So we're still kind of in that shadow period of Mars going direct. Let's pull a card real quick. And so that's what I'm saying. When Mars hits your sign again, I think you're just gonna be you're gonna be ready to take off. We're starting off with the Eight of Wands. Like, this is supercharged movement. This is power. This is, you know, I feel like in the past few months you've been just kind of collecting yourself, collecting your resources, getting real clear on what it is that you want. Right? To me, this is a card of communication, of things moving quickly, but it also can represent intentions, right? And this is what I meant by that fiery energy. Like, the way these wands are hurtling to earth, this is like passion and willpower, like becoming manifest and wanting to bring that down. It's almost as if like these wands have fallen from the stars. They're almost like meteors, right? Like shooting stars, just coming down to earth and like making things happen. So I think in the past few months, like, there's been some revelations, there's been some communications, there's been some thoughts, some thinking that is setting you up now for where things are going. So what else I think particularly, guys, Ace of Pentacles with your business, with your home life. I felt this coming into this reading, and I think it's going to be the case in the next few months, particularly starting in September. You're going to start to make moves in the area of your career and in the areas of your home life in particular, right? New jobs, new contracts, maybe actual physical moves, right? We're hurtling real fast, Aquarius. This is, I swear, like, when I pick these songs, it's just like it comes to me. I dare I say, like, channeling your energy, and it just comes on, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. Like, I knew that you guys were on this page of getting ready to make shit happen and really making moves and feeling yourself in a way where, like, you're feeling your power to manifest, you're feeling your power to create, you're feeling the energy that is required, like supercharged energy to really manifest your dreams and your desires and the things that you've wanted. Things that I think have been a long time in the making, right? So whether you've been saving for a long time or been looking at a certain career move or something, this could even be like health and fitness, right? So we are in Virgo season, and this is a great time to clean house, get your shit together, like physically, like pay attention to your diet and your exercise and all that, whatever it may be. I think there's a big organization around Aquarius's home life, right? The career life, right? I think that this is exactly what I was thinking when I was coming into this reading. Like, you guys are gonna like just drop some shit on people, right? Before you know it, Aquarius is gonna be coming in to work one day saying like, yo, I got a new job, right? Aquarius is gonna be coming in saying, yo, I'm moving, I got a new place to live. Like, it's just gonna come almost out of nowhere. Not for you guys, because you've been focused on it and working for it, right? But to other people, they might be like, yo, where'd this come from, right? I think you've been working on it, and now we're coming into September with this energy moving and actually like ready to make shit happen. All right, let's pull one more card to see where we're coming into September with. Yeah, I mean, how much clearer can it be? We have the Ten of Pentacles, right? The card of financial security, the card of home, the card of creating future, of legacies, of you know, security that you're providing for yourself and your loved ones. Like, do you see the culmination? Do you see how I said, like, there's can almost be a shock, right? You're going from the Ace of Pentacles, where things are just a thought and an idea, to the Ten of Pentacles, where now you're living it, and you're living in your home, you're living in the career field that you want, you're doing well financially. Like, it's like the jump, right? Look at this power. Look at this fast energy. We got this fast moving Eight of Wands, and then we start with the Ace of Pentacles and go all the way to the 10. But the gig is here that the Ace of Pentacles is something that takes time, right? So like I said, it's not like you haven't been working towards it, but it's almost like it's been in secret almost. You know, like imagine the Ace of Pentacles, I always think about it like a seed in the ground, where it's growing and evolving and changing, but you can't really see it, right? So some of your plans and goals might have been like secret, or at least kept to people very, very close to you, right? And now you're gonna start to see this thing coming. So for most people, I think like this summer's been like a shit show. But I think in a way that you guys can handle it, because you're almost like so connected to the bigger picture and something bigger, greater than yourself, right? That I think you can handle. Oh, I forgot that this shirt was a gift, and it has some zodiac symbols on it, and I forgot that it has you guys right there, Aquarius. Fucking cool. Anyway, so Aquarius, that's a great start to the reading. Let's go ahead and jump in to see what we have going into September. We do have, you know, Saturn about to go direct again, and with Saturn going direct, like this is like the things that you've been working towards becoming concrete, becoming fixed. Like Saturn is the planet of restrictions, of making things happen, of karma, right? So what you've been working towards is going to be coming to fruition. Look, we have the eight of cups. So one, a lot of you guys in September are going to be letting go of things that were emotionally burdensome to you, right? Lifestyles that were burdensome to you, people that were burdensome to you. More than anything, what I love about this card is that it kind of represents a letting go of perfection, right? It's sort of like saying this tightly held, like you see the way that the cups are like arranged in this perfect kind of like stack, this formation. It's kind of like saying like these things that we held on to for so long, these ideas, these images of perfection that we've been trying to uphold. With the Eight of Cups, we're kind of letting all that go, but releasing things that we know aren't for us, right? Things that we've maybe been like, it's almost like with Aquarius, like I feel like been there, done that. Okay, I accomplished this. Like I beat that level in the game. I'm ready for what's next. Sometimes the Eight of Cups can be a real emotional release, but I really think it's a liberating one, especially for you guys, right? A liberating, like, just the stuff that wasn't really working, or stuff that was working but like has kind of outlived its usefulness. Now in September, we're seeing that let go, right? So that could mean like a little wildness, right? Because the star, it's poised and balanced, but it also is like radiant. It's also this like energy that's almost uncontainable, right? You guys are ruled by Uranus, the planet of expansion, the planet of electric energy, of shaking things up, of pushing things forward. That's not an energy that's contained, right? As graceful and as much as you guys bear it gracefully, it's not an energy that's supposed to be contained. So we're kind of letting go of these things that have been holding you back, and been like these structures, these ideas of what life is supposed to be. And now we're doing the thing that High Priestess, the thing that has almost more meaning for you, is what I'm feeling, right? Like when you let go of the Eight of Cups and you move into a High Priestess place, what we're really looking at here is a deep dive within, right? A sort of, the High Priestess to me kind of is separate from reality. She goes within. She's the subconscious. She's the part of us that knows exactly what to do, knows exactly what we want, right? And now what I'm feeling here with all this energy here is like we've done the part where we know what we want, and you know, Aquarius knows. Aquarius has been thinking, Aquarius has been contemplating, Aquarius has been figuring it out, right? Laying the plans for it. Remember what I said before about maybe even in secret? Like this is someone who works behind the scenes, and not necessarily in a shady way, but in a way where, you know, when you want to create something, sometimes you have to keep it safe from outside influences, right? You want, when something's in a vulnerable place of manifestation, you kind of need to keep it to yourself. I really feel like right now, Aquarius is aligning with a higher purpose, aligning with the higher self. You know, it's like if you're a person who's always craved having a family, right? This is what you're moving towards. If you have craved doing something that you love for a living, this is what you're moving towards, right? It's just sort of clicking into place right now with this energy of just like, fuck appearances. Fuck what I've been thinking like things have had to been. I'm not that person anymore. And I've evolved. Internally evolved and grown and become not someone different, but someone better. Someone stronger, someone more in touch with themselves, right? All right, let's see what else Aquarius has in store for September. Six of Pentacles. So really being ready to give your gifts, right? Six of Pentacles is a card of giving and taking. Like, you guys are a super charitable sign. You're a humanitarian sign. You like to do well for the world and well for people that you care about. It like fills you with worth and value. And I think right now you kind of just want to like share your gifts, right? You want to share your experiences. You want to create, I feel like, something real that is benefiting more than just you, right? You want to give to people who've been giving to you. You want to support the people who've been supporting you. And this is very good energy for you guys, right? You know, there's the cliche wisdom of, you know, take care of yourself, but I think that you guys don't have a problem with that. I think you're actually super grounded in who you are, right? You're like taking care of yourself almost comes pretty naturally, and that's why now you're in a place where you can give back, where you can share your gifts, whether it's like material, right? Helping someone out financially, say, or just in a bigger picture way, in that star Aquarian way of sharing your gifts with the world, of birthing something into reality that actually, in a way, benefits other people, right? Whether this is just your spouse, whether these are your friends, your family, whatever, I feel like a big energy of giving for you guys for September. This could also just be charity work, right? Like becoming really invested in charity work, which is just really good for your guys' soul. I really think that. I think that you guys have to kind of give to feel good about yourself. And be, you know, if you're an Aquarius who feels like you've been taken advantage or whatever, this is that good give or take, right? That this is giving to the people who deserve it and who are going to give back. You don't have to give with the expectation of receiving back, but, you know, even just like, I feel like a gesture of appreciation or gratitude is kind of enough for you. Looking at the work you've done and looking at the way it's benefited the people you care about, I think is enough for you guys, right? So beautiful little charitable spirit here. I feel like looking at all these cards here, and I don't have this set up to like point the camera down, but at the end I'll take a picture of all the cards, so if you want to look at them, that'll be at the very end of the reading, right? Because I know people like to like see them and like maybe interpret them yourself if you know, read cards yourself. But right now, so far, what I'm looking at is a lot of pentacle energy, right? Remember how I said like I picked that song for a reason. Only a genius will love somebody like me. Like it's smart to be on your side. You have so much to offer. You're going places big time. I feel like in the past we've talked about Aquarius like looking for meaning, wanting to level up, all that stuff, and I think now it's happening. Now the leveling up is happening. You guys have been working, you've been hustling, and now you're going to start to see like material results. It's like a new chapter, the age of Aquarius, right? So with the Hermit, what I get here is like, we are in Virgo season, yeah? And I personally, and I think maybe this extends to you as well, have been feeling kind of a need to pull back, a need to maybe not be the most social. And it's not to be antisocial or because you like hate people, but it's because you've got like work to do, right? And there's almost like this prioritization of your needs and your goals, right? The Hermit disconnects from society to hear his wisdom and hear his guidance, right? His inner guidance, his own, he leads himself, right? Through maybe sometimes rough terrain. I don't feel like the terrain is that rough for you guys, but I think that what's happening is that there is definitely a sense of contemplation and maybe a little bit of a sense of isolation. Even if you're surrounded by people, it's definitely pulling your energy back into yourself. And even though we're talking about like a give and take of stuff, it is about, if you're giving, it's about like replenishing your energy stores, right? So with the Hermit, I think that you guys could actually really benefit from, I don't know, meditation or just going out into nature. I feel like walking children in nature. I don't see you walking children in nature. I don't know if you guys get that reference. If you do, great. If not, I'm not going to explain it. But a really powerful time, I think, to disconnect from the humdrum of the day-to-day realities of your existence and get in touch with something deeper. Trust like your wisdom, right? So far we have two cards of inner wisdom and guidance and understanding, and this is like the point where it's like you're just about to turn, right? The Hermit comes right before the Wheel of Fortune, right before you're about to receive all this abundance. It's time to take a step back and like look at who you are. I think that's what this is about, getting clear on who you are, because what's going to come in the next few months is really going to be in a way defining of who you are. You're going to be defining yourself externally to the world. And I think it's important right now to be clear on who you are, be clear on what you want, right? What I started out here talking about, setting intentions, right? Being like even putting it out into the world, like by speaking it or writing it down. It's important right now to put yourself out there, to almost like, some of you, it might resonate with branding yourself, right? Branding your image. Let's see for those Aquarius is looking for love, or let's just see what the love life for Aquarius is going to look like in September. Oh, shit. Okay, so we got devil energy here, right? So with regards to your love life, if you are looking for love, remember it's super important. I mean, is this maybe why these cards came out, right? About being careful about who you're giving your energy to, about being willing to pull back from society, because there's a lot of shit. And this is also maybe why it was important to keep your plans quiet, because there's a lot of potential for toxic attachments. A lot of potential for people who don't have your best interests in mind. With love, if you're in a relationship, this can represent some codependency, right? A sort of over attachment to the needs and desires of other people. You might find, if you're in a relationship, some struggles with your spouse this month about what you want and what they want, right? If you're single, just be really, really careful about what you walk into, right? The devil is temptation. The devil is our dark side. The devil is what we can get, what we give ourselves to, right? What we give ourselves up to. Now, it could be exciting, it could be passionate, but you have to be really smart with how you deal with devil energy, because it can overwhelm you, it can consume you, right? There's a fine line between escapism that's fun and escapism that becomes addiction or toxic, right? What else do we have for love? Because I don't want to be too bleak with you guys. So we have the waxing moon, and to me what this is saying is like, changes are on the horizon, right? I think if you are in a committed relationship, it's going to start to feel like things are moving towards a new level. Like I said from the beginning, like living together or taking a relationship to the next step, like that's going to start happening in September. You're going to start making those plans. If you are single, you know, it might be that you're single and you want love. It might be that you're single for a little while longer, but you can at least enjoy, I I want to say to make the best of the time that we're in right now, right? So if you are alone, be super productive, put your energy into things that are gonna build you up and make you a better person, because if you're waiting for it to come, it is coming, but now there's still a time where you have to prepare and have to still be within and get solid on who you are, and get solid, because like you don't want to get into something prematurely and have it end up being a devil situation. So if you are single, I would implore you to just try to be comfortable right now, just being a little alone, right? Try to find out like the nice middle ground between being alone and loneliness. If you're feeling lonely, like try to conquer that a little bit, yeah. Because that work that you do to connect with your greater self and your independent self, your sovereign self, is gonna first of all have you avoiding situations like this. There's a big trap, I think, with Aquarius and their romance. Like, I think again, your partners can be problematic to you in September. Exes can be problematic, your spouse can be problematic, people you're dating can be problematic. I almost feel like almost a little bad, because you're on this like wave of goodness and you want to be, and then there's like just, I think there might be someone just, even if it's not malicious, just standing in the way a little bit, right? Who's resisting a little bit, who's causing like little problems for no reason. Like this could be a lot of little spats with your spouse, right? Or a significant other. This could be a lot of like fuckboy energy, right? This could be you know, any number of things. So right now I think you got to hunker down a little bit and be independent, because there is promise and things are coming your way, but you have to be solid, right? Let's take a quick look at you guys' business for September. Okay, so Aquarius, again, a time of transition. I think a time of really either changing what you do with the Six of Swords, or just moving from one place of your career to another, right? Like an upgrade, right? With the Six of Swords, we kind of have a choice here. Do we you know, stay caught up in tumultuous waters, or do we look for new horizons? It might be time for you guys to really if you've been planning career moves, like I said in the beginning, to actually execute them and make those changes, right? To put plans into effect that move you forward. I don't feel like you have too much danger of falling here, but I do feel like if there is any danger, it's potentially being stuck. It's potentially like not moving as much as you're capable of doing so right now. So now is the time, if there ever was a time in September, laying the foundation for the rest of the year. You know, we went through eclipse season, and eclipse season woke us up to a lot of things. It was overwhelming. It shook a lot loose in us, right? Were we considering who we are and what we've been through for the last few months, like, and those changes now are like, it's like this has been eclipse season, the tumultuous waters, and now we're moving into clearer waters, and now you have an opportunity to really figure out what you're about and where you're going. September is a time to make a move towards something that you've been looking forward to. Page of Swords again, right? Like the sense of progress, the sense of ambition, of inspiration. The things that inspire you, the things that move you, the things that get you excited is where you need to be moving towards this month, right? Where your mind is saying there's potential there. Where your mind is telling you there's like clearer horizons, right? Where you're feeling like young and excited with your career. Like, now is the time to start making those strides, to putting your keen ass genius brain to use and making moves, right? All right, so let's just pull an outcome card and then we'll jump into the oracle, right? Because Aquarius, your energy feels like really solid, and I think so far, if there's anything you have to look out for, is where you put your energy. So as much as this is a card of giving and taking, it is flanked by two cards that are kind of very based in solitude and inward thinking, right? So be very, very judicious about... I knew I was going to fumble over that word. Judicious about where your energy goes, to whom it goes. All right, let's pull an outcome for Aquarius. And then what do we get, right? We move out. We're in this swords area, right? Where we're making choices. We're figuring out where we want to go. We're moving to calmer waters. And then we're like taking the first steps, and then we just go. So this is why I feel so encouraged for you guys. No matter what is going on in your life with other people, no matter what else is happening, you're making moves and you're charging forward. I was gonna say if there's like a air sign in your life, but I really feel like this is really more oriented towards you. This is your energy, right? Not really someone else's. Remember how I started off this reading saying making moves? Like, this is one of the cards of fast movement, of not even having to think twice, because you already know where you're going and you're gonna go full speed ahead. I was gonna say be careful about who you might knock over in the process, but honestly, I don't give a fuck. Right? I think it's about you just like doing what you gotta do for yourself. If other people are standing in your way or resisting your change, you just kind of have to move on without them. Move forward without them, right? Let's put one more outcome card here. So there's a lot of people here, right? We have the Page of Cups. Ready to receive your dreams, right? See the way he has his hands held up to the sky with the cup? It's like he's ready to receive abundance. He's ready to receive emotional satisfaction. I think that's what we were getting at here, right? It's not just about when we're talking about doing the work. It's you've been working, and the leveling up is almost like a leveling up of the meaning of what you do, of the satisfaction you get out of what you do. Like your dreams are going to be coming true in September. Your emotional cup is going to start to overflow, or at the very least get full. If you've been in a bad emotional place, this is a really promising sign that things are going to be improving and you're going to start feeling better in September. You know, Virgo energy is very, Virgo is the hermit, right? So until the end of September, we're in Virgo season. A great time to organize, to disconnect, to cleanse your energy of toxic shit, right? Like I'm doing a sober September, and it's great because I just feel more energized, more productive, and, you know, saving money, all those good Virgo things, right? Cleaning up, like taking care of your health and fitness. And at the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is the perfect balance to me of somebody who is very materially successful and very emotionally fulfilled. So I think underneath it all in September, what we're moving towards is that balance within of how do I feel emotionally satisfied with my family, with my love, with my friends, with the meaning behind what I do for a living. And then also like being really, really secure. This is like a very rich king. He's very loving and giving and willing to extend himself. Like this is a perfect extension of the Six of Pentacles. Like the King of Cups is someone who can give, because he's stable, because he's emotionally okay, emotionally stable, right? All right, guys, so let's just do some oracle cards real quick. Just a little side note, at the end of the month, I'm shutting down my Etsy shop because I'm moving over to a website. I'm designing a website, and where readings will be done by appointment. Just like letting people buy readings willy-nilly was overwhelming, and it took too much out of me and too much effort, and now it's just going to be planned. People weren't getting their readings in a timely way, and I hated that. So now it's going to move to a booking system. So right now my readings on Etsy are going to be on sale, basically like a clearance until they're sold out. And once they're sold out, I'm not going to be restocking them or making more available. We're just going to shut it down and then move on to the new system. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out. Okay, so unconscious, the sleeping man, right? What I've been saying about getting real deep with yourself and getting in touch with what you want and who you are more than anything, right? Because here we also have the wolf, the teacher. This is what I was saying before with the hermit about being your own guide, being your own source of wisdom and strength. And I think that you guys have actually things to show other people. Show other people, like craft-wise, I think could be a good thing, right? But then also just like about how to be a boss and live life better, right? Showing people a better way of being, right? You are the star, you are the illuminator, you are the one who comes up with these brilliant ideas, you are the genius of the zodiac who thinks up things that other people can't. And then last but not least, union, right? This is based on everything else we've been seeing here. Again, I think I'm going to say a little bit of a warning because there's so many people here and there's so much energy from others that, oh, there you can see my little gypsy's taking a cat nap. She cute. Be really careful about who you intertwine with, and right now it's really super important for the people in your life to be on the same page as you, and if they're not, you kind of have to detach a little bit. The sun and moon union is really, really powerful, but it's just like a relationship, right? If relationships can be great and empowering and supportive when they're good, but they can also be really fucking awful if you're like tied down to toxic shit, right? If you're tied down to unsupportive people or people who don't have your best interests in mind. If you're just giving and other people are taking and not giving back. Right? So Aquarius, in September we're leaving all the shit behind. All that heaviness, all the ideas of what we're supposed to be, these ideas of perfection, and just like moving on, right? Moving forward. All right, guys, well, I really love this reading. I came into just knowing that things were going to be great. If there's any caveat, again, it's just about who or what you give your attention to and your energy to. Because you have so much to give right now, and it's got to go in the right place, and it's got to go to things that are going to build you up instead of like pettiness. And that's what I see. I'm looking at the devil right now, pettiness and distraction and like stupid shit. If anyone's bringing some stupid shit in your life this month, like, just be done, right? All right, Aquarius, I love you so much. I look forward to more videos, a lot more coming soon. I'm so excited to be back here with you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope to talk to you soon. All right, you have a blessed September, and I wish you the best.